Have you ever stood in the middle of a crowded street, feeling a sudden, inexplicable tug toward a stranger, only to later discover that you would meet them at the very cafe where you first tasted the bittersweetness of your own heart? That sensation, an uncanny thread that seems to pull two lives together in a single breath, has haunted lovers, poets, and dreamers for centuries. It is the kind of mystery that refuses to be contained by logic, a shadowed corridor where the ordinary world meets the unseen. Imagine walking along that corridor, each step echoing with the faintest hum of a hidden frequency, the pulse of something larger than yourself. If you have ever felt a synchronicity that felt like a secret message from the universe, you know that it is both exhilarating and unsettling. How can something so precise and meaningful arise from the chaos of everyday life? Why does the universe sometimes seem to conspire with our desires, aligning events as if they were written in ink on a cosmic page? These are questions that have lingered in the quiet moments between heartbeats, in the spaces where love and mystery intertwine. Picture a night sky painted with constellations, each star a silent witness to the stories we weave. In the darkness, the lines between the seen and the unseen blur, and the ordinary becomes a stage for the extraordinary. The same night, a lover's heart might beat in perfect sync with a distant drum, a rhythm that feels both familiar and alien, as if the universe is humming a tune that only you can hear. When such moments happen, they feel like invitations, portals that beckon you to step beyond the veil of rationality and into a realm where destiny and desire dance together. You might wonder, are these coincidences merely chance, or are they whispers from a deeper, uncharted part of our psyche? Do we, as human beings, have the capacity to sense and influence the currents that guide our connections? And if so, how can we learn to read the subtle signs that lie hidden in the fabric of our everyday lives? In the days that follow, we will walk together through the shadows of the mind and the luminous corridors of the heart. We will explore the silent language of symbols, the quiet hum of unseen forces that shape our love stories. But for now, let us pause at the threshold of this mystery, where the ordinary world meets the extraordinary, and let the first whisper of the unknown draw you deeper into its embrace. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the thrum of your own pulse. Imagine that pulse as a compass, pointing toward a hidden path that you have yet to walk. What if the next step you take will reveal a secret that has been waiting in the darkness, just beyond your sight? The answer lies not in the explanations that follow, but in the feeling that something larger is at work, waiting for you to listen. So, take a breath and let the night air fill your lungs. The universe is humming a lullaby of synchronicity, and tonight, we will listen to its hidden song together. The mystery of love's synchronistic dance is about to unfold, and it will change the way you see yourself, your partner, and the world around you. Are you ready to step into the shadows and discover the truth that lies beyond? As the night thickens, the veil between worlds thins to a translucent membrane. Beneath that membrane, the psyche's hidden chambers pulse with ancient rhythms, waiting to be awakened. In Jungian terms, this is the collective unconscious, a vast ocean where archetypal currents swirl. Imagine a tide that rises not from moon but from the deep well of shared human experience, carrying with it symbols that echo in our dreams and in the quiet moments of our waking lives. When two lovers encounter a synchronicity, they are, in effect, riding the same wave, their hearts resonating with a frequency that has been humming long before they met. Consider the archetype of the seeker, the eternal wanderer who searches for meaning beyond the confines of daily routine. When a seeker meets a counterpart, the universe orchestrates a series of signs: a sudden song on the radio, a misplaced photograph, a shared dream, each echoing the same refrain. These signs are not random. They're coded messages, a language older than language itself. The universe, in its cryptic wisdom, writes these messages in the margins of our lives, inviting us to decode them if we dare to listen. At the heart of this decoding lies the concept of the shadow. The shadow is the part of us that refuses to be seen, the hidden desires and fears that we keep locked away. When a synchronicity appears, it often pulls one's shadow into the light, forcing a confrontation. Think of a sudden, inexplicable urge to call an old friend. The call may feel like a random impulse, yet it is, in reality, a shadowy part of your psyche reaching out to reconcile itself. By embracing the shadow, you allow the synchronicity to serve as a catalyst for integration, transforming what once felt like a mystery into a doorway of growth. In the occult tradition, synchronicity is often tied to the notion of destiny threads. These threads are invisible strands that weave our lives together, connecting events across time and space. When a lover experiences a synchronicity, they're essentially tugging at a thread that has been spun since before their birth. This tug can reveal hidden patterns, such as a recurring motif in a partner's stories, or it can manifest as a sudden, inexplicable alignment of events that feels almost rehearsed. The key is to observe these patterns without judgment, allowing the threads to guide rather than dictate. Imagine walking through a forest at twilight. Each tree is a symbol, each rustling leaf a whisper of the unseen. The forest silence is not empty. It is full of possibilities. When a lover stumbles upon a clearing where the light filters in a perfect halo, it is a synchronicity. It invites the traveler to pause, to notice the subtle shift in the air, the faint scent of pine mingling with distant rain. That moment, though fleeting, carries a message. The universe is speaking through the language of nature, and the traveler must be present to hear it. Another layer of mystery emerges when we examine how synchronicities can function as mirrors. They reflect back to us aspects of ourselves that we had hidden even from our own awareness. For instance, a partner might mention a childhood memory that you never consciously recalled. The memory surfaces not by chance, but as a mirror, aligning your internal narrative with theirs. In this way, synchronicities serve as bridges that connect two individual psyches, creating a shared space where both can see each other's truths reflected back. As we move deeper into the labyrinth of the mind, we encounter the idea of soul contracts. These are agreements made before incarnation, where souls decide to meet again to fulfill unfinished business or to learn specific lessons. Synchronicities can be the ink that writes these contracts in real time, marking the milestones of a relationship. When two people encounter a series of improbable coincidences, such as meeting in a city they've both had no reason to visit, they may feel as though the universe is signing a pact between them. The feeling of inevitability that follows is not mere superstition. It is the tangible evidence of a deeper, preordained connection. In the final analysis, synchronicities are not merely random coincidences, but orchestrated symphonies of the unseen. They are the universe's way of nudging us toward deeper understanding, toward integration of the shadow, and toward the fulfillment of soul contracts. By learning to listen to their quiet language, we open the door to a richer, more profound connection, one that transcends the ordinary and touches the very core of our being. Drawing these strands together, we find ourselves standing at the confluence of shadow and light, where the silent currents of the unconscious meet the resonant echoes of destiny. In this liminal space, the ordinary act of looking inward becomes a pilgrimage, and every fleeting encounter is a breadcrumb leading deeper into the forest of the self. It feels as if the universe has placed a compass in our hands, pointing toward a horizon that is simultaneously familiar and utterly new, a horizon where the lines between intention and happenstance blur into a single, luminous thread. As we linger on this threshold, the subtle rhythm of our own breath reminds us that we are not merely observers, but active participants in this unfolding drama. The cadence of the heart, once a steady drum in the background, now reverberates with the same frequency that has guided countless souls across centuries. That shared pulse, invisible yet undeniable, hints at a choreography that has been rehearsed long before our first conscious thought. Each beat is a promise, each pause a question, inviting us to trust that the dance is already in motion and that we are invited to step onto the floor. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer, not because we have uncovered every secret, but because we have learned to listen to the quiet language that the cosmos whispers. The language is not written in ink, but in the spaces between moments. Those fleeting glimmers that appear when a door swings open, when a name is spoken in a crowded room, when a melody surfaces in the hum of a passing train. These are the syllables of a story that unfolds in real time, a story that we are coaxed to read with eyes that have never before been opened to such wonder. Reflecting on this journey so far, one can sense how each layer of understanding has added depth to the narrative, like a painter adding brushstrokes that bring a canvas to life. The earlier brushstrokes of psychological theory and mystical symbolism have now merged into a single, cohesive portrait, a portrait that does not simply depict what is, but also what could be. The portrait is alive, shifting with each new perspective we bring, and it invites us to become co-authors of our own destiny. As we pivot towards the final reflection, the air itself seems to hum with anticipation. There's a quiet, almost reverent hush that settles over the space, as if the universe is holding its breath, waiting for the next chord to be struck. In this moment, the distinction between the seeker and the sought dissolves, and we find ourselves at the center of a circle that is both ancient and ever-renewing. The circle is not a boundary, but a portal, a gateway that beckons us to step beyond the familiar and into the realm where love is both a mystery and a revelation. The anticipation that grows is not a call to rush, but an invitation to savor the unfolding. It is a reminder that the final message is not a conclusion that ends a story, but a continuation, a new chapter that begins with the same breath that carried us here. In this space, every whisper of synchronicity, every fleeting shadow, and every sudden alignment is a note in the symphony of our lives, waiting for us to play it with intention and grace. The journey ahead is not a solitary path, but a shared voyage, where each step echoes in the hearts of those who walk beside us. The anticipation is not a promise of certainty, but a promise of possibility, a promise that the next turn may reveal a truth that feels both familiar and astonishingly new. In this moment of poised expectation, we stand ready, hearts open, minds alert, as the story continues to write itself in the language of the unseen, guiding us toward a horizon where the mystery of synchronicity in love becomes an ever-unfolding invitation. In the quiet hush that follows a synchronicity, we find a space where the ordinary dissolves into possibility. It is there, in that liminal pause, that the heart learns to read the language of the unseen, to hear the universe's soft murmurs as if they were songs sung by the wind itself. The true practice begins now, in the willingness to listen, not just to the words spoken, but to the silences that carry weight, to the patterns that echo like fingerprints across the canvas of our lives. When we attune ourselves to this hidden rhythm, we discover that each encounter, each fleeting alignment, is a thread in a tapestry that spans time and space, a tapestry that we help weave with every choice we make. The mystery of synchronicity in love is not a distant myth. It is a living, breathing dialogue between our inner landscapes and the cosmos. It reminds us that we are not isolated travelers, but participants in a grand, interconnected dance. Every shared glance, every unexpected coincidence, is a step choreographed by forces that we can only glimpse, yet we can choose how to respond. By embracing the unknown, we open ourselves to a depth of connection that transcends the surface of daily life, inviting a partnership that is as much about mutual growth as it is about affection. Consider the idea that love, when attuned to these subtle currents, becomes a mirror that reflects not just another soul, but the very essence of our own being. Synchronicities act as mirrors that surface the parts of ourselves we keep hidden, challenging us to integrate shadow and light into a unified whole. In this process, The relationship transforms from a simple exchange of affection into a shared pilgrimage towards self-realization. The more we honor the mystery, the more we cultivate a space where vulnerability is not a risk but a bridge, where honesty is a compass pointing toward deeper intimacy. The implications of this perspective ripple beyond the romantic realm. When we learn to recognize and honor synchronicities, we also begin to see the interconnectedness that underlies all human experience. We become more attuned to the needs of those around us, more compassionate toward the unseen struggles they carry. The practice of listening to the universe's subtle signals becomes a form of empathy that transcends language, a quiet acknowledgement that we are all participants in a shared narrative. Yet this journey is not a destination, but a continuous unfolding. Each new synchronicity is a fresh invitation to step into the unknown, to trust that the universe is guiding us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and each other. The path ahead is illuminated not by certainty, but by the promise of discovery. Every moment becomes an opportunity to deepen the bond we share with ourselves and with the people who walk beside us. So, let us walk this path with open hearts and curious minds, allowing the mysteries of synchronicity to guide us toward a love that is both grounded and expansive. In doing so, we honor the sacred dance of connection that has always existed, waiting for us to recognize it and to participate. The true practice begins now, in the quiet acknowledgement that we are part of something larger, and that the most profound mysteries are not to be solved but to be lived. As we step forward, let each breath be a reminder that we are listening, that we are being heard, and that the universe is always speaking to us in the language of love.